setting up a Euro rod on the backcast. Let's talk a little bit about setting up your Euro rod. Fred Rowe is a guide up on the Owens River, actually the Eastern Sierra and in general that area. He and I were out there and we were talking a little bit about his actual setup for his Euro rod. So here's Fred.
So this is my check rod. This particular one is the CZN from Cabela's. It's an 11-foot 4-weight. Primarily use it for the upper Owens, for the bigger fish, but I've also been fishing it quite a bit again this winter down here on the lower Owens. Every tool has a specific job. So the Euro rods are long, they're real light on the tips, heavy in the butt. So I have sensitivity up in the front end, and then I have the power in the back end to land bigger fish, and that's why I like this 4-weight. The setup I have on this rod, back here I have a level fly line. That's in here, and then to that I have 10 feet of 20-pound Cortland Euro camo monofilament. To that I have 3 feet of red Amnesia 12-pound. To that I have 48 inches of the Umpqua cider material, which is red and chartreuse. And then to that I tie what I call the tippet on. And I'm amazed at how the fish are not sensitive to the leaders. So I'm using 3X, which seems really huge, but I catch fish from that big to that big in corresponding casts. And for the tippet, I use 3/4 of the rod length. For the start, in a 3-fly system, I subtract 40 and add 2 28-inch pieces to it. So when I add that 28-inch piece to it, the butt section, the 28 piece gets added, then the fly is on the tag that came off of this piece. These 2 pieces become the parent line, and when I tie in the second 28-inch piece, then this one comes from the parent line. And so the leader system I use is the Devin Olson system. The tippet I use is from a guy that used to be on the team out of Blue Fly Angler out of Colorado by the name of Steve Parrott. And that's the basic setup. The big thing with this setup is it comes from competition fishing, and they say you can't have an indicator or weight on the line. Though I'm not competition fishing, I tend to run it that way. So the flies become my weights. The bottom fly is the fly that I'm going to fish with, and then my other 2 flies are the 2 flies that I'm using as weight. And even though this is the fly I expect to catch all my fish on, there are days that it produces 0 fish, but the weights catch all the fish. And for me, the difference in this system and fishing under an indicator, I've never heard of anybody landing a trout on a split shot. Well, my weights have hooks in them, so they catch fish all the time. Same thing why I use a dry and a dropper in a lot of situations. The dry fly has a hook in it, the indicator does not. And that's the basic Euro nymphing system.
We can put you in touch with Fred Rowe. He is an outstanding guide in the Eastern Sierra, knows a ton, and we talked a lot about strategy, techniques, and gear, etc. And in this one, he was talking a little bit about his setup on his Euro rod. If you want to be put in touch with Fred, just let us know. We'll get you in contact, and we'll see you right here next time on the Backcast.